So Goldman Sachs issued a warning on silver earlier this month, saying that it is extremely volatile and people should be very careful. Others in the financial space have said that silver is going to crash down to 2011 levels, and plenty of my existing subscribers are wondering why I'm even talking about silver at all. Well, silver's up 164% over the last 7 years, but what you may not know is that 164% increase in silver tracked a Vegas stat very carefully. And it's not just a Vegas stat, it's a stat that exists, unfortunately, all over the place. It went in the exact same trajectory. And while you might not be able to get silver, I'm going to reveal in this video a way that you could actually participate in this silver madness, possibly make some massive profits. I'll show you exactly how I did that today. This is Stephen J. Campbell. You come for some Vegas and you stay for the silver speculation. Let's get started. So let's play a game for a minute. The question is, what would $100 buy you in modern day Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip? Now, if you came to Vegas in 2019, it would look something like this. You could buy a buffet brunch for $28, a couple of drinks for about $32. Your parking would be free, and you'd have about $40 left over to go hit the slot. Now, flash forward to 2026. Well, in 2026, if you drove to Vegas, you'd spend about $30 parking your car. One drink, not two drinks, cost you $22. This would leave you about $48, but that's not enough to even buy a buffet, and in some cases, it doesn't even get you halfway there. I mean, the prices in Vegas have just gone completely off the rails, just like silver prices. All of this has led to 2025 being a disaster for the city. Tourism is down 8%, probably 9% by the time we get final stats. Declining hotel occupancy, declining convention attendance, the Strip catering to luxury AA people, the affluent asset holders in life, casino corporations that do business paying rents and having to increase their prices to track those rents. This is what we call the feedback loop of collapse. Now, it's not just Vegas, though. It is actually everywhere. I mean, nationwide, grocery prices have increased 35% since 2019. Eggs, milk, bread, the things we all need have nearly doubled during that time. And shrinkflation is a real thing. A lot of us laughed at Biden when he said it. Have you seen what a Toblerone looked like before and after the modern era we live in now? And because silver is surging, we should look at the prices of other things that are surging too, right? Rents have ballooned by 31% across the country. Mortgage rates up 70%, with electricity bills going up 30 to 40% across the board. And let's not talk about the layoffs. So in short, the prices in Vegas and across the country have exploded. And silver exploded at the same time. As a matter of fact, if we combined all those Vegas numbers in particular, the cost of your Vegas stay has increased about 130% on average from 2019 to 2026. And the price of silver has tracked it every step of the way. Yeah, 164% increase. Isn't that strange? Now, in a minute, I'm going to tell you exactly why silver is skyrocketing. It's not exactly what the Fox businesses of the world tell you, nor is it what the AI fake videos you've been watching have been saying. But before I do that, I want to let you guys in on a little secret, because there is a way, there is a market where you can benefit from all of this silver craziness, this bull run, as you can see in the chart behind me, without owning a single speck of it. Let me explain. So this morning, I managed to walk in and within 3 minutes, put $1,300 profits in my pocket, just trading the chart that you see behind me. And as a matter of fact, I know for certain that there are millions of other people out there that did the exact same thing. It's called trading on the futures markets, and something that anybody can do, including the 800 plus students in my course called 1K a day, which is the sponsor for this video. It doesn't take some kind of mystical power to understand these charts. You just have to look for the same few things day in, day out. And I got students that are making anywhere between 50 to 350, some of them $500 a day, just opening their laptop, looking at a chart, working for 15 minutes, click a button in one direction or the other. If that sounds like something that might be life-changing for you and you're tired of sitting on the sidelines, then 2026 is here, and it's your opportunity to take some action. For the first 10 people watching this video, I'm going to let you have my entire course, 1K a day, for just $199 before the price goes up, I believe tomorrow. Look, just click the link in the first pinned comment of this video and go to the checkout page and type in the code MSI10. Now, my trading friends, friends are going to know exactly what MSI means. And if you do know, type it in the comments below. And no, for the nerdy people like me out there, it is not a Taiwanese computer hardware manufacturer. That's not what we're talking about here. But type the code, get the course, and send me an email once you're a student. Tell me what you want to trade. I'll tell you about the futures contract for it. But people in the investment space would have you believe that silver is some kind of an investment. And I'm here to tell you that's true, but it's not really true for most of the world. So right now, the story you're getting out of all of these AI chatbots and all this fake news buzz around silver is that it's some kind of miracle thing. It's just a sleeper. There are people out there right now that think that we can't go to a gold standard. So yeah, we're going to the silver standard. And those people are called maximalists. And you got to be careful with a maxi or a maximalist. Michael Saylor, for example, he's a Bitcoin maximalist. And it didn't matter if Bitcoin was melting down because he'd tell you to put your last dollar into it. Can't eat this month, just buy Bitcoin. You'll be fine. You'll be a millionaire before you know it. So we can't take the silver maximalists at face value. They'll never tell you the truth. But the truth about silver is simple. It's used by everybody. And you have some in your hand right now if you're watching this on a phone. See, because silver is a crucial element in all of the technology that we use. It's used in your electronics devices, the device you're watching this on. It's used in solar panels. If you like your phone and you want to talk on a 5G speedy network when you're wireless out and about, 5G infrastructure relies on silver heavily. Medical applications, heck, even antibacterial treatments that hospitals will use rely on silver on a regular basis. And that's not to mention our military. Most of the world's military infrastructure is built on items that rely heavily on silver. 60% of the silver that's being sold right now is marked for delivery, meaning that it's not just some person on YouTube telling you to invest in silver or gold somewhere so they send you a certificate for a thing that you never hold in your hands. No, it's being earmarked, sold, and moved out of vaults so all of these processes can take place and we can live in the modern world that we live in. But the other layer to this is that people are buying silver because they are completely fed up and have lost all trust in world governments not to just overinflate the economy, print more money, and they want to have something physical in their hand. And I mean, heck, Nevada is the silver state, right? We should remember that the Comstock lode was one of the biggest silver strikes in history. I mean, this state knows how valuable and hard silver is to get out of the ground. And unlike other countries, this country is incredibly eco-sensitive. We haven't opened a new silver mine in pretty much forever, and what is around is depleting. So it's really a two-pronged attack there, isn't it, right? You have people on one end that just don't trust financial institutions. They see an opportunity to buy silver. Silver prices go up. And on the other side, you have the big buyers of the world buying silver so they can put it into things that make our lives better. And all of these have kind of formed this perfect little meeting point where the price of silver simply outstrips everything, with demand nowhere near being met. And you know what? All that's really true, but it's also really boring. It doesn't really explain why this surge is happening right now in 2026. And to really explain that, we have to follow the money and see what the central banks are up to. There's a few things that are happening here, and I'm going to go over them really quickly. Right now, central banks across the world have bought more gold in 2023 to 2025 than ever before. China, one of the biggest purchasers of US treasuries, have started to dump their treasuries and replace it with gold and silver as well, which means that when the powers that be are doing things like buying massive amounts of precious minerals and stones and things that they can hold in their hand, yeah, they know something that we don't. But what's crazy about this is I think the billionaire powers that be actually know what's going on. Have you guys seen the bunkers that people like Mark Zuckerberg are actually building in Hawaii? And I'm aware that I just called him Mark Zuckerberg. I think that was a mistake. Talk about a Freudian slip, huh? But that's the world we live in now. It's a world where your money is rapidly losing its value for what you used to be able to get for it. Look at the Vegas example we gave earlier. A visit to Vegas now is 160 some odd percentage points more expensive than what it was in 2019. And silver and gold, they're like the canaries in the coal mines, as well as Vegas, just sitting out here screaming the truth until the entire global attention span is focused on this one thing. And now that one thing is something that most people can't participate in if they didn't get into it 20 plus years ago. Of course, this leads us to this theory that I heard of the other day called one movie, two viewers. And it's kind of like that with the economy. We have one economy and two types of people that are participating in it. It's the people that know something is up and they have their affluence and they have their assets, which is their education as well as their money, buying into something when it starts to accelerate so they can benefit. It's the same people that are being catered to because they are the 10% that pull up all the markets and keep the financial system afloat. On the other leg, we have the other America. And it's the people that are living paycheck to paycheck. And if you don't think you're in America number two, but you're not doing something about it, you're going to end up there because the economy is recovering in a K shape and the rich are getting richer. And that's just how it is. But there's good news with all of this because if you're watching this video, you're aware that something's broken and something is happening around you. Most people you talk to right now are still asleep. Text a friend and ask them, have you seen silver prices? Ask the same friend what they think the gas prices are going to be like after we basically got Maduro out of Venezuela. These people have no idea what's going on, which puts you basically in a league of your own. A better place than them. So you still have time. You have to position yourself. You have to get to a place where you can pull yourself up and get the education that you need. Because the wealth transfer, it's not finished. It's just in progress and it's still accessible to everybody. So here's what I would say to anybody who's watching a video like this. This is not financial advice, but this is just my take on the situation, and you do you. But number one, you might want to stop holding as much cash in one spot or another. When you hold cash, it sits and it depreciates. And as the US government simply prints as much money as they want, the money depreciates in value over time. If you need an emergency fund, cash on hand, I mean, keep 3, 6 months cash, whatever is comfortable for you. To learn how to participate in the markets. Getting money into the markets doesn't mean that you have to hand over thousands of dollars all at once to a guy with a bunch of fancy letters next to his name, because that's really the only way to invest your money. Futures trading lets you leverage those markets, lets you get in with way less. If you're interested in that stuff, click on the link below. Go watch the 4-minute video I did explaining my course, and maybe I'll see you as one of my students. But just position yourself for what's happening in the future. And remember, people like me or any other YouTuber you watch, we're not licensed financial professionals in the vast majority of cases. But I am somebody who's been yelling and screaming about this in little bits and bobs on this channel for a very long time, and I've seen it coming, and I've predicted most of this if you go back and watch my videos, especially from the past year. I mean, I feel silver has very little downside, considering now what you know about it being mostly sold to industrial manufacturers, not just people speculating. Maybe you feel that way too. I don't think it's a question of if, but when. But the question I have for you is, what are you going to do to capitalize on it? But bottom line is, stop minimizing things and start just paying more attention around you. Because every single one of you watching this video has a high capacity for growth, and all I want to do is see you grow along the way. And if after watching this video you're even 1% smarter, why don't you leave us a subscription, hit like, leave us a comment. All those things really help with the algorithm. Once again, my name is Stephen J. Campbell. This is where you come for a little Vegas and you stay for a broader education. And until I hit you the next time, we say what we always say, as my mentor teaches me on a daily basis: just keep swimming.